Alright, so this is gonna get quite a bit personal, and we're gonna make note of that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this now because I might as well. Um, I'll probably end up turning into a fucking emotional wreck about this, but this one here is gonna be quite a bit personal. Um, for those of you who don't know, um, I have recently gotten out of a relationship with someone I was with for almost 2 years. And she was my heart and soul. She was the woman that was, the one that I thought was the one. And I still do to this day. Um, she and I had a lot of rough patches. Um, she is the mother of my son, so for those of you who don't know that I have a kid, now you know. Um, she was the woman that I loved. I still remember the day that I met her like it was yesterday. Um, March 9th, 2016. It was one of the best days of my life. And I wasn't the best to her. I will admit that. I was not the best to her. I did a lot of things that I should not have done. And I really fucked up. I really did. And it breaks my heart to even say that, but I was the one that fucked up. It was not her. It was all me. Last year, she and I had found out that we were going to have a little girl. And it wasn't long after that we found out that there was issues with our little girl, and we had to make one of the toughest decisions that we've ever made in our lives. And we unfortunately lost her. But right now, we have a healthy, wonderful, adorable little baby boy. He was born September 25th of this past year. So he is, he's growing up and he's getting big, as you would expect. But she and I had our issues, and things got really rough. And so she left me New Year's Eve when I was at work, and it completely broke my heart, because I let it get to where it was. I did so many things that I shouldn't have done, and I regret them to this day. I really wish that I could have saved it. I really do. Because, I'm completely broken right now. I don't know what to do. Ever since me and her split up, my life has just gone downhill. And I can't, I don't know what to do. And, I really, all I can say is that I still love her to this day. No matter what has happened, no matter what she says to me, no matter how she treats me, I still love her to this day. And nothing will change that. Because she was the best thing that ever happened to me. And I didn't treat her right for a while, and I regret that. Um, Last February, she and I had made the decision to, move out of state for a little bit, which more so was my decision because she felt like she was forced, and that was my own fault because I told her that if she didn't, I was still going to go anyway, which I really wouldn't have because I never would have left her behind. And so we made that decision. My car fucked up on me on the way out there, and we spent an entire night stuck in Indiana. We stayed in a hotel for that night. She had a breakdown as well as I did, and next day we were back on the road, back on track, and I was a bit too controlling, and I realized that. So, we lived out there for a while, and during that time, I still was not the best to her, and there were times where my father was very rude and disrespectful to her, and he would bag on her, and there were times that I didn't really defend her when I should have. And when things finally fell apart with me and her at that time, she was making her decision to move back here to Ohio, and I didn't want her to leave. I really didn't. I sat down and had an emotional breakdown in front of her, and she ended up leaving anyway. And so I sold everything I had. I sold my car, I sold my PlayStation, I sold my laptop, everything, because I wanted to come back here. I wanted to be with her. I wanted to have our family. And when she had left, my dad said a bunch of fucked up things, and he was trying to tell me that she wasn't worth it. He was trying to get me to stay for any possible reason because he didn't really care about her. He didn't understand my feelings about her. So he would bag on her and say all these things about her that really just hurt. And he didn't even care that I was sitting there crying in front of him. He didn't care. And I remember him telling me when I was making my decision that I was leaving to come back here, I remember him telling me, don't call me when things don't work out. And so I came back. Things were working out, which was wonderful because it was basically like an I told you so to him. And things were okay. I spent a few days being homeless when I moved back out here, and I saw her just about every day for the first few days. And I moved in with my sister because, she didn't want me homeless, and it was horrible for me. So I lived with my sister for a while. Ended up finding these roommates that I thought were going to be great. They lived out in Springfield. I thought everything was going to be great. And turns out it wasn't, because within a month and a half, maybe 2 months after we had officially moved her out there, we started having more issues. We started fighting, and I wasn't handling it very well. And we had lost our jobs, so we couldn't pay rent. They lost their house. One of their family members was helping us out. They were renovating a place that they were going to turn into, like 3 different apartments, and one of them was going to be ours. And that fell off because we still didn't have jobs for a while. And so She had to leave to go back to her mom's. I had to leave, which was horrible because I spent like another 3 or 4 days homeless. I mean, I spent the 3 days in a AA facility where I sat through 3 or 4 different AA meetings a day, every day during that 3 days. And I was trying to get my mom to let me come back home. And so when that happened, I came back, got a job, didn't like that job, and wanted to get one of my old jobs back. So I got one of my old jobs back. That job fell off because one of the managers was kind of an ass. I mean, that's kind of the fact behind it. He didn't understand that, I was feeling very sick at the time, so I was trying to let him know I couldn't come in. He didn't seem to understand it. And next day I went in, tried to talk to him, have a conversation with him, and he started getting rude, so he fired me. And, anyway, that's not really the point. Point is, this was a woman that I spent so much time with over almost 2 years. I mean, I had one of the best birthdays with her, and it just, it kills me that I don't still have her, and it really fucks me up, because I still love her, and I just don't know what to do. I really wish I could have her back, but I know I can't. Because no matter what I do, I will never get her back. She's made that very clear to me. And, I don't know what to do. Like, I want her to understand that I'm, like, really fucking broken inside without her. Because when I lost her, I lost a part of myself. And I'm falling apart. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm an emotional wreck. I can't keep myself together. I really can't. I mean, Sunday night, I wanted to get out. I wanted to try to get my mind off things. And I ended up getting way too drunk. And I passed out in a Speedway parking lot, and then ended up passing out in a Speedway bathroom, and I didn't get home until 6 o'clock yesterday morning. And it didn't help, because every day I still think about her, and I don't know what to do. The woman was the best thing that ever happened to me other than our son, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do, because I know she doesn't understand, and she doesn't believe me, no matter how many times I tell her, and I just don't know what to do. She was honestly the best thing that ever happened to me, and my life is just falling apart. I'm so broken. I can't replace her. I cannot find another woman like her. I can't get past it. And most people are trying to tell me that I'm crazy, that I need to let go, that I need to move on, but it's not that simple. It's really not. I can't. Because when you love somebody, you're always going to fight for them. When you love somebody, you're always going to care for them, no matter what. And my heart will always belong to her and our son. It always will. And I haven't been with another woman since, and I don't want to, because the only woman I want is her. And I don't have her anymore. I am so fucking depressed. I am so fucking just lonely. I just don't know what to do. I'm in pieces. And nobody understands. Ever since we lost our daughter, things have gotten so much harder for us. And it took such a fucking toll on us that, you know, it's just not something you ever get over. I mean, I'm not over that. And that adds on top of the fact that me and her aren't together anymore, which I really wish was not true. I really wish that I still had her. I miss her. I really do. I miss holding her. I miss telling her I love her. I miss taking her out places. I miss buying things for her. I miss everything that I had when I was with her. Because no matter what she and I went through, no matter what issues we had, at the end of the day, I still loved her more than anything in the world. And I don't know what to do. We did so much together. And I can't forget any of it. I mean, I still have all the pictures of me and her, all the pictures that she has sent me of her. I haven't even been able to change her name in my phone. Like, I haven't gotten rid of any of the memories that me and her have made. I haven't, because I can't. I cannot bring myself to get rid of any of that. I can't even step foot in my own fucking room here, because if I do, I know that I'll probably end up having a breakdown. I haven't slept in my own bed since the last time that she was here. And honestly, I'm just a huge piece of shit. I really am. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm a huge piece of shit. I drove the woman that I love away. And I'm pretty sure that I will never get her back, no matter what I do. And it hurts, because I know that it's all my fault. You know, they say that when you love somebody, you let them go. If they come back, it was meant to be. And they say that, you know, when you love someone, love makes you do crazy things. Well, I honestly can't do anything other than, you know, try to get out of my own emotions. And I can't even do that. I can't keep my head on straight. I can't get out of my emotions. Some days I fucking sit and cry uncontrollably because I really miss her. And it's so horrible, because there are some times where she has treated me like I'm such an enemy, and she doesn't really seem to think that I care, but I know deep down inside she knows that I do, because she knows that there's nothing in this world that I will ever love more than her and our son, because it's simple as that. I never will. Her and our son are my entire world, regardless of whether me and her are together or not. Her and our son mean the world to me. They are my life. And it becomes so much harder to sleep at night, and it becomes so much harder to cope. And to be honest with you, I just can't, you know? I can't cope because I want her back. I really do. I know that that's never gonna happen, because she'll never forgive me for what I did. She'll never love me again. And I'm the one that fucked everything up. And she'll never understand how really sorry I am. Like, I honestly want to fucking cry right now. And it's just so fucking hard for me. It's been a month since I lost her. And it just kills me. I didn't want her to leave. I didn't want to push her away. I did not want any of it. All I really wanted was for us to be a fucking family together. I honestly knew from the moment that I met her that I wanted her to be the one. That's what I wanted. I wanted her to be that one. The one that I would love for the rest of my life. The one that I will share the rest of my life with. The one that I have a family with. That's what I wanted with her. And I fucked all of that up. And no words will ever describe how sorry I am to her. It'll never fix anything, and I know that I can't fix things because there's nothing I can do. No matter what I do, no matter what I say, I know that it doesn't really make much of a difference to her. But I hope that she understands how much I really do love her and how fucking sorry I really am. Because there was never a better woman in the world for me. She was the most beautiful woman I had ever met. She was the most amazing woman I had ever met. She changed my entire life. I was going through a horrible phase. I was going through a lot of depression when I met her, just like she was when she met me. And I was trying to put the pieces back together. And I fucked up. I lost the one woman that I thought was, meant for me. And I'm feeling pretty damn sure that I will never be able to love again because she was the only one. I'm not looking for another woman. I have no interest at all. I'm honestly at that point where I'm pretty sure that everybody in this fucking world would just be better off if I didn't exist. And I'm in so much fucking pain. And it's not even her fault. It's not her fault. It is my fault. I ruined it. I had her and I ruined it. And I wish that I could take it all back. I really wish I could take it all back. I fucked up all my chances. I ruined it all. And now it is broken beyond repair. Because I'm pretty sure no matter what I say to her, she doesn't believe me. I would pour my heart out to this woman every day, and I know that I'm the last thing on her fucking mind. Which I understand. I don't really deserve to be a thought. I don't. Anything that happens to me, I fucking deserve it. And I hope that she understands that I'm really fucking sorry for what I did. Because losing her was the worst thing I ever did. I I don't really know what else to say, honestly, but if I could take it all back, I really would. I would take it all back in a heartbeat. And I know that there is a part of her that hates me, a part of her that resents me, a part of her that wishes I was never in her life. And I can understand that because I'm starting to feel like I was never worth it. Because I'm starting to feel like I was never worth anything. She was worth my entire heart and soul when I met her. And I always told her, I don't know what I would do without you. Which is right where I'm at now. I don't know what to do without her. Because I'm going to be honest with you. When I met her, I was in such a dark place that I did want to end it all. I really did. I wanted to end it all so bad before I met her. And I was really glad that I didn't, because when I met her, there was nothing better. There was nothing that made me happier than talking to her every day. I used to go surprise her up at work, you know. There was a time where I went up to her job after I got off work, you know, and I sat there, and I was there the entire day, so I saw her on every break, you know. I took her home, and I fell apart when she left. Because honestly, I lost it. I lost all of it. I lost everything that I wanted. I lost everything that I loved. The moment she walked out that fucking door and told me that she was leaving me, I was in tears at work. I honestly really was. And I was just completely shattered. And she was my everything. She was the one woman I was devoted to, the one woman I wanted to give the entire world to. She was the one woman I wanted to do anything and everything for. I just don't know what to do. I'm so fucking depressed. I don't know what to do. I love her so much, and I don't think she'll ever believe me or understand that. But honestly, I'm fucked up inside. My depression is really getting to me. It is starting to tear me from the inside out. And no matter where I go, every time I see a woman, I think of her. It's at that point. I see nothing but her everywhere I go, even when she's not actually there. That's all I see is her. She made me happier than anyone ever could have. She made me happier than she will ever know. More than she can ever imagine. And I lost her. Because I was a piece of shit. And the point that I want to make here is don't be like me. Don't do what I did. When you get a good woman like her, you have to keep her. You really do. You have to fight. You have to keep her no matter what it takes. Because once a woman like that's gone, she's gone. And I'm learning that the hard way because I know I'll never get her back. I never will. So, this right here is probably about as deep as it's gonna get because I'm not really a video person. I'm not. This is probably the third one I've made in my entire life, and like the second, like, most legit actual video because last one I made of these was back a few nights ago when I was at Harrison's, but I lost a good woman that I will probably never get back. So take it from me, when you get a good woman, don't let her go, no matter what it takes. You have to fight for her. You have to scratch and claw to keep her. And trust me, if you do that, you'll find out it's worth it. I wish that I could go back in time and do that because she's worth more than she'll ever understand. She doesn't understand what she's worth. She thinks that there's something wrong with her, and there is nothing wrong with her. She's the best woman I've ever known. She's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. And she's always gonna have my heart, no matter what. And I don't care what anybody says, no matter who tells me that it's not worth it, no matter who tells me I need to let it go, no matter who tells me that it's, not worth my time because there are others out there. It doesn't work that way. I don't believe in the stereo bullshit that everybody else does. I truly believe that she was the one woman that God gave me for a reason. The one woman for me to love. And I had that chance. And I ruined it. So, I know that there is not happiness for me again. There's just no happiness for me again. I will never be that happy again in my life. So, this is the point where I have to tell you, when you get a good woman, don't let her go. Because you will regret it. And it will hurt. Because when you lose a good woman, and then you realize it after the fact, and she won't take you back, you're gonna feel the pain. Just like I do right now. I loved her. It was a year and 8 months I loved her. I still do to this day. But when I lost her, it was almost clear that I practically lost her for good, which means I lost all the happiness I ever had. Because as soon as she left, all the happiness I had went with her. And I'm not blaming her because it's not her fault. She had every right to leave me. I was a garbage person. I was like the biggest piece of shit to ever walk this planet. And I'll admit that. But this right here is for anybody out there who doesn't understand what I'm going through, for anybody who needs a little bit of advice. If you think that you have found the woman that you are in love with, you probably shouldn't let her go. No matter how hard things get, no matter what you two go through. I made that mistake. I let things escalate. I did not. I tried to fight for her, but I wasn't fighting for her enough, and she left. And it hurts every day, but I still can't get over it, and I never will. So I have to live with it. And it sucks because I already know that if I never get her back, I will end up spending the rest of my life alone because I don't want anybody else. I really don't. I want the woman that I fell in love with March 9th, 2016. I want the woman that I had my son with September 25th of 2017. I want that woman. And it's to that point where I know I will not have her back. And I won't fully accept it because I can't, because my heart will not let her go. Because like I said, I still have every picture me and her took together, every picture she ever sent me. I still haven't changed her name on my phone, nothing. I still have every memory that I have ever had with her. And even for the ones that we didn't actually picture or video, I still have in the back of my mind. And I think about them every day. And I break down all the time. So you don't want to end up like me. You really don't. I am brokenhearted because of my own self. I broke my own fucking heart by letting her go when she was the best thing I could have ever asked for. I wanted to marry this woman, and as much as I would still love to marry her, I know that she will never marry me because I know she doesn't feel the same. So I'm kind of just stuck in that place where I'm not looking for love because I know I'm not going to find it again. And I don't know what happiness is anymore because I don't have any. I don't at all. It's nothing but depression and sadness eating me alive. But I want you to know, because I know you're probably watching this, or you're probably going to be watching this, I want you to know that despite everything that has happened between you and me, despite every issue we've had, despite every tough decision we have had to make together, I still love you. I always will. Nothing is going to change that. Nothing will ever take away my love from you. Nothing. You and our son are the best things that have ever happened to me in my entire life. And nothing is better than that. And I really am sorry because I wish that I could take it all back. I really do. If I could go back in time right now, I would stop myself from doing every fucking bad thing that I've ever done to hurt you. Because I never wanted it to be like this. I never did. And I want you to understand that. I love you. I love our son. I love our little girl. And I always will.